In our first pair this evening, we have two skaters from Quebec. On the inner, please welcome Leo Landry. And starting on the outer from Quebec as well, Landry+Dery. As I said, four pairs.
Red.
And Jordan Belchos would be sort of a presumed top rank here. After that, anybody's game. This is 25 laps around the rink. Landry+Dery underway. 25 laps around the rink. Much like the 5,000, but even more so. The key is to hit the right pace, stick to it, maybe make some minor adjustments along the way. And our opening times, 37:29 for Dery, 37:35. 37:29, 37:35. The personal bests of Leo Landry, a 13:37. His season's best, a 14:18. And Dery's personal best and season best, a 14:02. Lap time 32:94 for Landry, 32:94. And 34:40 for Dery, 34:40. Leo Landry from the Val-des-Monts Club in Quebec. Landry from the Saint-Jean Chrysostom. Lap time 33:24 for Landry, 33:24. 33:50 for Dery, 33:50. Landry with a 33:27, holding on to those low 33s. Dery as well, 33:18. This is a pretty even field in these four pairs. Hard to make any predictions at this point other than the fact Jordan Belchos with a significantly better personal best than any of the other skaters. 33:28 for Landry, 33:59 for Dery. Both maintaining very steady laps right now. Landry in the low 33s and Dery in the mid 33s. Of course, after 25 laps, that adds up. So every 1/10 of a second on these laps matters. 33:23 for Landry, 33:68 for Dery, 33:23, 33:68. And you can see by these lap times, they are highly repeatable. They're dialing in a pace that's usually within a 1/10 of a second over 400 meters. Landry, 33:58. Dery, 33:60. 33:58. 33:60. Sometimes, if a skater's feeling confident in the last 5 to 10 laps or so, they might start doing some negative splits, which means they're getting faster and faster. course, risking blowing up, but sometimes they feel that that's the right course of action. 33-48 for Landry, 33-24 for Dery. 33, 48, 33, 24. Coming up on 16 laps to go for our first two skaters of 8 skaters here this afternoon. $33.69 for Landry, 33.69. 33.30 for Dery, 33.30. Skaters pacing each other very closely. Very similar lap times, both in the low to mid 33s. Nice and steady. Sometimes if skaters are feeling confident in the last several laps, they might try to speed it up a bit and get some negative splits. 33.69 for Landry. And 33.30 for Dery, but those are the same times as the last lap. So those may not have been updated times. They might have a malfunction with the timing system. And our skaters still very close together. And our manual timers will be collecting data right now because our electronic timing is frozen. So that's why we have manual timers as a backup. They make sure the integrity of the competition is maintained. And our two competitors still very close together, pacing each other steadily. And now we'll do it the old-fashioned way. We'll get a stopwatch going. Coming up on 12 laps to go now. They are over halfway through the race. We'll try and do some manual timing up here on the timing deck to give you a flavor of what the speed is that the skaters are maintaining. And with 11 laps to go, a 33.2 lap. By my wristwatch at least. $10 to go. Coming up on 10 to go. We're just talking a bit up here on the deck. Making sure everybody's on the same page. And a 33.2 again. With 10 laps to go. Landry+Dery, 33.1. So maintaining the low 33s here, the skaters are. They have about 8.5 laps to go. Once again, this is a 25-lap race, so they're about 2/3 of the way through. And we will have official times for these skaters. 33-1.
Come on, Leo.
We will get you the official final times as soon as we can. Those will be coming from our manual timers. 7 laps to go now. Landry+Dery. 33 flat. 33-0-0. Landry about 100 meters behind Dery at this point. That's about 6 or 7 seconds. A bit more than 100 meters. .33 flat again. 33. And now about a 180 meter gap. Coming up on 5 laps to go now for Landry+Dery of St. Jean Chrysostome. 33-3. 33-3. 33-3. And a high 33 for Landry. Landry giving up about 10 meters a lap at this stage. .33.5. 33.5. And coming up on only 3 laps to go now for Landry+Dery. 33.4. 33-40. Landry also with 3 laps to go. Landry maintaining a nice steady pace in this race. 33.5 once again. 33-50. And now almost 300 meter gap. And 2 laps to go for Landry as well. Coming up on the bell lap now for Landry+Dery. 33.6. 33-60. Dery maintaining a very steady pace during this race. A model of consistency. And 1 lap to go now for Landry. And here comes Landry to finish his race. In our first finisher this afternoon in the men's 10,000 meter, Landry. Landry coming into the final turn. We will get you the times for these 2 skaters as soon as we can. And we're going to take a moment to make sure we can get the timing system back online. Landry finishing up his 10,000.